Today's Bible reading plan takes us to the book of Mark chapter 4, verse 35. The Bible says, that day when evening came, he said to his disciples, "Let us go over to the other side." Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along, just as he was, in the boat. And there were also other boats with them, so there were other boats as well. A furious swell came up, and the waters broke out over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on the cushion. And the disciples woke him and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care that we drown?" He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." So he said to the storm, "Quiet, be still." He spoke to the storm. Then the wind died down and it was completely calm. Completely. He said to the disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified and asked each other, "Who is this that even the wind and the waves obey him?" Storms are part of life, and storms will come. If you have not experienced storms, you will experience storms. If you are coming out of a storm, you are maybe getting into a storm, or you are in a storm. That is normal. Storms are part of life. Storms look differently. For some, storms can be unemployment. For some, storms can be the loss of a loved one, the loss of a job, the loss of a business. Sometimes storms can be somebody who's not married and who's been wanting to be married. It could be a storm. Others who are married want to get out of marriage. That could be a storm. Others are married and don't have children. That could be a storm. Others have children, but the children are wayward. That could be a storm. The storm could be health related. A sickness that has been persistent in your life, a condition that you have tried everything, medication, hospital appointment after hospital appointment, drug prescription after drug prescription. Those are storms in life. Some, it could be failure. You failed an exam. That could be a storm, and that's weighing you down. So storms are part of life, and unfortunately, storms will come. I wish I could say otherwise. And unfortunately, we have to weather the storm. Now, the question is not about the storm. The question is, what do I do when I'm going through a storm? What can I do about my storm? It's interesting that Jesus here, firstly, is the one who tells the disciples, "Let us go over to the other side." In this statement, it means you will go over. It means it is a statement of faith and a statement of fact. Jesus is telling them, let's go over. Now, if Jesus says, let's go over, it means just that. You will go over. But in the midst of going over, they encounter a storm. Let me say this. Just because God is in it doesn't mean storms won't come. Just because you're a believer doesn't mean storm won't come. Just because you pray and you fast and you give tithe and offering and you serve and you're an elder, a pastor or a bishop, doesn't mean storms will not come. Storms comes for everyone, irregardless of your creed, irregardless of religion, irregardless of nationality. Storms will come. In other words, storms happen to the best of us. Now, Jesus has said, go. But how come there is a storm? How come, Pastor, I'm a Christian, but I'm going through suffering? How come I'm a believer, but this is happening? The more I pray, the more. No. Please, let's not get it twisted. Storms are part of life. Now, what interests me is Jesus is in the boat, but the storm still came. Whether you're a believer or a non-believer, the storm will come. But let me say this. When the storm comes, you better have Jesus in your boat. They were blessed that they had Jesus in the boat. The problem is when the storm comes and you don't have Jesus, what do you turn to? A lot of people despair. A lot of people have committed suicide. A lot of people have taken their own lives. A lot of people have turned to alcohol. A lot of people, because when storm comes, they expose the weaknesses